So then guys, in 2027, you heard me right there, 2027, we're going to be getting the new iPhone 20 or the iPhone XX. I cannot wait to, 2037 because you never know, we might get the iPhone XXX. But that's another story. The main thing is, we're going to be getting that iPhone 20 or iPhone XX coming out, and I, for one, am super excited for this because this is when Apple do one of their biggest changes for iPhone design. Do remember in past history that we had the iPhone 10 when that came out, how much of a design change we had. We used to have, say, the sort of Touch ID with the home button at the bottom. This got completely changed altogether. We had a full screen introduced, and we got the likes of Face ID introduced for the first time. It completely changed the way how we have iPhones. And to be honest, that's continued on for the next kind of sort of 10 years now. Even, as we got to the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Pro Max, a lot of that sort of design language comes from the iPhone 10 all those years ago. But looking forward, this new iPhone is looking likely to come out in 2027. And today I want to go over a total of 7 leaks that you must know about for this new iPhone. And let's start out with number 1, and that is addressing the elephant in the room, and that is in 2026, if we're going to get the iPhone 18, logically in 2027, well then we should get the iPhone 19. Well, technically you are correct, but do remember over the last 10 years, we did actually have an S model come out. We actually had the XS, and we also had the XS Max come out. But then after that, we went to iPhone 11, 12, 13, and the rest is history. We've stuck with numbers. But it looks like what Apple are going to do this time is completely scrap out the iPhone 19. So it looks like Apple are not a big fan of number 9 in their phones, because do remember, we didn't even get an iPhone 9. So it's going to be scrapped out altogether. They're going to jump ahead, link it up, and to be honest, this then does make sense as we go into the future when we do get to that iPhone 30 one day, or the iPhone XXX, then obviously it will line up correctly this time. So the days of having an S phone have completely gone now, and we've seen that's been very clear in most recent years. So that's the first thing I want to say there. But then for the second big leak that we've heard about, and this is all to do with the design of this new iPhone. Now, what we've been told already is it looks very similar to something what you're seeing in these renders that you've got right here. We are going to get an iPhone essentially what is going to be completely made out of glass on the front, and it's going to have hardly any bezel to it. And in fact, that glass is going to curve all the way around. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going, Samsung already did this. They already did curved screens. They got rid of it. Well, this one's a bit different. This curves on every single edge of the phone, not just say the left and the right of the phone. It's going to curve in every angle all around it. That's what we've heard here. And what you technically get is kind of a bit of an ambient kind of lighting glow around the edge of the phone. That is what you will get here, depending on what you're seeing on your actual main display. Probably what you see on your main display is still going to be visible on the very front, but kind of that ambient kind of glow is going to be around the full edges of this. And especially when we got the upgrade to liquid glass this year, with the likes of, say, iOS and things like this does make a lot of sense now how this will actually work. So this is quite exciting to actually see. But then for the third big upgrade we've heard about, and you've probably actually noticed it right here in the design, and that is where's Face ID and where is the likes of, say, the front camera here, the hole punch camera? Well, it looks like that this is also going to be updated too. It looks like Apple are going to have an under-screen Face ID. That's what we've been told. The potential that that's going to happen, and also that the main kind of camera on the front could also be hidden too. I think the worst case scenario we might get is just a hole punch camera, and then the Face ID sensors will disappear and only appear when you need to authenticate yourself on the screen. It will just make it into a little dynamic island for a couple of seconds, then disappear again. Obviously, we have had other manufacturers that have done this in the past with their cameras, but never really with the sensors. So this is going to be quite interesting to see, but if you're not a fan of dynamic island, it does look like it is going to disappear completely by the time we get to this phone. But then for the fourth big change we've heard about is that we're going to also get a brand new type of OLED display put inside of the iPhone. Now, right now we do have some great OLED displays inside of the iPhone series. You know, the iPhone 17 Pro ones are absolutely amazing, but it looks like Apple are going to change these screens again. And it looks like they're working with the likes of, say, a thinner kind of display with Samsung right now. Now, why this is such good news to hear about is that this is partly the reason why we can have that curved display, but it also means there's more space inside of the phone too. So this means we could potentially have an even bigger battery put inside of this phone. So this is really great news to hear. To have this new OLED display, it's probably going to be even more efficient than the ones we have right now, and also even more brighter outside. So this is really a good upgrade to actually have inside of this phone. So then guys, just quickly, I want to tell you something. I'm bringing out my own product in November time. So this month, a bit later on this month, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. The main reason why it's going to be absolutely awesome is that quite a few of you are going to be able to get this for completely free, but that's a story for another day. But the main thing what I do want to tell you about is the giveaway we're doing on this channel for this right here. That's right, I'm giving away an international giveaway an iPhone 17 Pro Max to one lucky subscriber in mid-January time 2026. Now this iPhone 17 Pro Max, the good news about it does actually have a physical SIM card slot inside of it, because I know there's some countries out there that don't take eSIM just yet. So just in case somebody out there wins it in a country that doesn't take physical, eSIMs, well, you've got the physical SIM. So that's going to be really great news for you. But to enter into this giveaway, you just have to do two things. The first thing you need to do is just put down into the comments right now of what technology gear you're hoping to get before the end of 2025 or even into early 2026. And what you're looking to get can be anything out there. It could be a new iPhone, it could be a new MacBook, it could be a new iPad, it could be nothing to do with Apple whatsoever. It could be, say, a new Nintendo Switch 2 or a new drone or something like this. Just put it down into the comments below. Now, the other part of the giveaway is going to be happening in mid-January time. And at that time, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a video on this channel giving you even more details for the giveaway, including a form to fill in too. So you won't want to miss out on that video, because I'll also be announcing when I do the live stream too. So the best thing you could do right now is make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss out on that. Plus, you also want to be a subscriber too, because obviously I'm giving this away to one lucky subscriber. Now, the last thing I just also want to say to you guys is that sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, turning to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. As you can see right here, please do report them. So moving on from this then, for the fifth big upgrade we've heard about for the iPhone 20, and that is we're going to get some big camera improvements. And it looks like that Apple are going to actually make their first custom-made camera sensor and lens. So in the past, obviously Apple have mainly used ones like from Sony. We've also heard them working with Samsung before, but it looks like just like what Apple have done with their chips and just like what they're doing with some other bits and pieces of their phones, it looks like they're going to custom make their own camera sensor this time from the ground up and get someone to build it for them. And with this then, this gives them even more control. This means your photos are probably going to look even more stunning than before with this custom new sensor. Now, what we haven't heard is what this sensor will be for, if it will be the main one or if it's going to be adapted to all the three kind of sensors that we've got on the iPhone, or it's, like I said, it's just going to be the main one. We don't know at this stage, but it does look like that Apple are looking to make their own custom camera sensor for the new iPhone, and this is one to look out for as more leaks and rumors do come in. Now, the sixth big upgrade we've heard about is all to do with the chip. Now, we've heard already for the iPhone 18 models that Apple are looking to make a 2nm process with TSMC. This means that all transistors and things like this are even squished in even more smaller. But with this though, we do get some big benefits. Performance is pushed out, and also the likes of efficiencies is pushed out. But what we have seen each time when Apple bring out a new generation, a new nanometer process, is normally the first iteration of it is a good job, but it's normally the second iteration is even better. And we've had this in the past. Do remember when we got to the M3 chip? This was the first 3nm chip that Apple put inside the likes of their MacBooks, but it wasn't until we got to the M4, what was still a 3nm process, the second generation, that we really saw some big advantages here. And probably this is going to be the same situation here with the iPhone 20. With the second generation of the 2nm process, so we're probably going to get even better performance and better kind of efficiencies with it. But then finally, for the 7th big upgrade we've heard about, is it looks like Apple will also be making another custom communication chip. Maybe by this time we might be on, say, a C3 chip. Maybe we might even be still on a C2 chip or C2X or C3X chip. We just don't know at this stage, but it will be a custom chip made by Apple. And what we've seen already with the C1 and the C1X, it does really push out battery life, and it is a great chip out there what Apple have designed. And this is just the first generation. So can you imagine the next generation on a newer kind of processor, things like this, it's going to be even better with it. Maybe even by then we might even have a new N chip as well. We might be even on Wi-Fi 8 by that time. So this is really exciting to see that Apple will also be pushing out, and this will also help out with battery life too. But really guys, that is the latest and greatest we have for the iPhone 20 or the iPhone XX. Are you excited for it? Are you going to get one when it comes out? Well, let me know in the comments below. And on that note as well guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell too. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.